What's up, bosses? I am JoeMan543. Welcome to the stream tonight. Tonight we're playing games. Tonight is Kerbal Space Program 2. I'm hoping we can go to Dres, go to Tylo. I want to fix the colors on my camera. That seems to do that. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm hoping we'll have some good fun here. Dres is an often forgotten planet in Kerbal Space Program 2, but it has some good science to get there. And Tylo is also a place to go on the storyline. And I have found some ways to be more efficient with my spaceflight. So, I'm hoping all things turn out well with that. Not JoeCast tonight, that's a Thursday night thing. Friday nights is playing games. So, without further ado, I'll welcome everyone that's here, and then we'll get started. Welcome to Army Boy 057. So what should JoeCast talk about? It's about space flight. It's Cam. Joe, you should play Red Dead. It's an amazing story mode. I have heard good things about Red Dead Redemption 2. This is pretty chill music. I like it. Alright. I'm excited for this because I have gained a great appreciation for Dres, and yeah, it'll be great. All right. Now I will stay on camera for a minute, but might come off camera just so everyone can see more stuff better. Okay. Faux streaming, yo. So where we left off is that we went to Duna, took a little visit to Tylo on the way back, and the next thing is to pay a visit to Jewel. We'll see how well that goes, but if we can get Dres while we're at it, that'd be pretty cool. Why do you start looking this way? It's the wrong way. Everything's over here. Alright, so, little review. The next... Do we not have a primary mission? Hold up. Interesting. We don't have a primary mission. Did I mess something up? Did I mess something up? This is faux streaming. Hold on. Well, I'm gonna feel silly. So I got these quick saves. This doesn't really tell me where this is. Oh yeah, I've been doing some Eve stuff there. Alright, what planet does that look like? I did not know that you can look through all your stuff here. Oh, we did beat the game already. I'm silly. Well, hey, let's do Tylo again. And we're gonna do it so efficient. Apparently, I forgot beating the campaign as it stands. 2 weeks does a lot. At least I think that's how long it's been. Oh, we did it on the 24-hour live stream. That's what it was. Alright. Well, we are going to do Dres and Tylo because it's amazing. So, you're probably wondering, how do I be really, really efficient? I'm pretty sure I have everything unlocked. We're going to find out whether I do or don't. So we start with the heat shield. We're going to get the smallest of small heat shields right here. Then we're gonna grab a tube. Okay. Now before we place that down, We'll set the length. We'll go with 1.5 meters. Grab the tube. Boom. We got that. We got that. Now, I could just put a seat in this. However, for reasons of things being up, I am going to add just a couple little things here. No, we want an even smaller battery. Maximum weight saving right here. I'm gonna flip that upside down. Put it down in here. Now, we're gonna put a seat in here. And our Kerbal is going to gonna sit in here. I'll scoot that back just a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna put this on the launch pad with Valentina. Just so you can see. You can see what we're going for here. Valentina fits in this tube. And, you know, we can control, move it around. It's awesome. Now, let's revert back to VAB. So that's how we get really efficient, so we don't have this big heavy thing to move around in space. It only weighs 0.35 tons, but wait, there's more. This heat shield, we don't need all that heat shield. We'll go with 0.1 tons. So now we're at 0.31 tons to safely get a Kerbal down from wherever. You know, we might be coming in hot. I'll do 0.2 tons. I don't think I've ever needed more than that. So, now we get to do the fun stuff. Now we can actually make it so we can go places. Put just a little... Oh yeah, because of how things go, I actually have to put the nose cone on the side here. And then flip it up. There are some imperfections with my strategy here. Now, when I figured this out, I got very excited, and I'm still excited about it, of how efficient I can be with this. My electricity. We haven't unlocked everything. Can we just go and quickly unlock stuff? Shotgun shell, no life support systems. Well, see, Kerbal Space Program, that's not a factor. In reality, if an astronaut had sufficient oxygen, they'd survive coming back in, being protected like that. Let's see, is there some nuclear power around here? Back in here, perhaps? I'm not even reading. There it is, long-range power generation. We don't have enough to make all that happen, but we do have some science. And we can just finish out 2. Now, when I was going to Duna, I thought I was being pretty efficient, but this beats it by far. Nothing here really interests me. Sure, we'll get some of these. We can't afford all the way up to this, unfortunately. Alright, back to building. Sup, Joe man? Nice to see you streaming today. Thanks, Blitz the Protogen. I'm not sure I've seen you around here before, but welcome. Alright, and then we are going to put a couple of these solar panels on here. Now, they are not... Their purpose isn't what you might think. Sure, I could generate power, but they are actually to help slow me down once I come back in the atmosphere. And you'll see that later. It's rather funny, I think. Now, we're not going to bother with a decoupler because we are just going to stick some of that on there. And then we'll grab 2 engines. Like that. And suddenly we have... Here, let me remove myself. Suddenly we have 1,100 meters per second. And can that lift off of Dres? Yes. 6.11. I think. I think 6.11. Can I get a different number? It's hard to read. Here, I know what I can do. Add on another engine. Can I put it after? That is one thing that could be upgraded. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can get off Dres with that. One thing that Kerbal Space Program could improve upon is I can barely read the text. And I have my graphics turned up. Alright, 1,800 meters per second, that's enough to get us home, and here, combine our engines into one. Yeah, that is plenty thrust weight ratio on Dres. So, we got to get this thing to Dres. And I'm going to leave... well, maybe I can add just a little more fuel, actually. I was going to say, maybe I will leave this... The idea is that it'll burn up in the atmosphere when I come back. Ooh, do these actually reduce? Yeah, get rid of those. Alright, now we get to do some decouplers. This is where the fun begins. Now we need something to get us to Dres. I like a nice simple that. And look, we're still under 5 tons. And we've got over 5,000 meters per second. And this bottom stage will lift off of Dres just fine. It's great. We could bring science with us. In fact... I'm going to put the science on the lower portion here. We'll land the whole thing on Dres, and then the top portion will bring me home. That'll work out nicely. Because it seems to me that the science goes into the Kerbal's pocket. Let's see, there's no atmosphere on Dres. We can actually, stuff these things in here a little bit. Yeah. So there is science that's going to be happening. Let's see. I'm sure that this can easily... Yeah, that can easily handle Dres. In fact, maybe I should add some fuel to that. $3,300 boosts up to 3,600, I think. But if we're going to be landing on Dres, I need a little bit of help with not falling over. There we go. And that puts us at like 4,800 meters per second. Nice. Hold on, we're going to be more efficient with this. I'm all about efficiency. I love efficiency. It actually looks pretty rocket shippy. Bring that down there for aerodynamic purposes. That'll matter when we're lifting off of Kerbin. Excellent. Oh, and we want to use the fuel. Gotta turn on fuel crossfeed for every one of these so we can use that fuel. Excellent. And we'll detach it after we've burnt that fuel. 4,600 meters per second. That'll land us on Dres nicely. Now, we need to get this thing up into orbit. So we have some couplings that we can work with here. I'm hoping my idea is going to work. So those bad boys, pretty powerful. And that'll already perhaps get us into orbit. But I'm not done. Throw kickback on there as well. And we'll combine those, why not? Yeah, we could do with more fuel. Awesome. That'll lift off, get us orbital, and tie this together so it doesn't go too crazy. Awesome. That right there is the Dres mobile. Go to Dres and back nicely. Anything else I need to set up with that? Probably drop out the middle stage first. Oh, we should probably do some aerodynamics. Otherwise we'll be flipping all over the place. Oops. There we go. Alright, that's everything we need to go do Dres stuff, huh? Let's launch this sucker. Oh, I kind of forgot the whole part about where's Dres? Gotta make sure we're lined up decently for Dres. Yeah, that's not lined up decently. All right, well we gotta revert here. I wish you could go faster with your time warp in orbit. You can't though. So sitting in orbit for long periods of time isn't as viable an option. Unless it's a high orbit, but then you can't take advantage of slingshot. The one place you can't go is the tracking station. It's kind of weird. Alright, so we need Dres to be about 90 degrees. Almost there. Yeah, I'll call that good. And then how's the inclination? Yeah, we will have to deal with that. Oh well. Alright, let's go fly. And you are probably curious, how well does this fly? How does all that work? Get out of here, Tim. We want Valentina. Get Bob. We want Valentina rocking this boat. So, we're gonna find out just how well this thing flies. Whee! Oh, it's got a fantastic thrust to weight ratio. In fact, we don't need to go too fast low in the atmosphere. We can wait on that. If you've ever watched a rocket launch, you probably hear about something called max Q. That's when you have the most pressure on the rocket from the atmosphere, and burning the engines a lot before max Q is really inefficient because the air pushes harder against you the faster you go. I don't know where max Q is in KSP. Maybe 5 kilometers, maybe 10, I don't know. But I think we're past it. Alright, we're gonna start tipping over here. Up, up. Well, that's okay. We were just about out of Delta V on that center stage anyway. Hey, I just found a way to save weight. Get rid of the decouplers. Well, this was gonna be, it was gonna be kind of like showing off how well this system works. So you know what? Let's show off. Oh, yeah, there's that. Alright, so I would separate those. And this would handle my Dres stuff. Again, I'm just showing some proof of concept. Drag? What drag? This is pointy. Yeah. I did tip over a little bit too much earlier, though. Now, one thing you may have noticed is I don't have a parachute. You're gonna find out why that's okay as soon as I come back to the atmosphere. Alright, so let's say I did all my Dres stuff. Right, I would lift off from Dres. And let's say, coming back, get caught on that just a little bit. Alright. So now, we are going to re-enter the atmosphere. And you might be thinking, Joe, man, you're going kind of fast. And you don't have a parachute. Actually, I'm not going that fast. We would have panels extended. So, solar panels are surprisingly durable. Sometimes they survive atmospheric re-entry. I don't know why. We're not going all that fast. But I'm hoping that they still... Yeah, we're not going fast enough for heating to break stuff. But yeah, all this stuff would break and eventually would get to the heat shield. And then these solar panels would also help slow us down in the atmosphere. You want to be below 200 meters per second. Even better is like below 150. But we are going to hit the water. Burn off some fuel. Why not? We are going to hit the water and be totally fine. Especially because we have all this below us. Alright, watch this. Valentina? Fine. I wasn't expecting it to break that much, but yeah. Proof of concept. Now you don't have to wait the whole Dres trip to see what I was getting at here. Now let's go for real. Maybe use the solar panels in a cross pattern. I could do more solar panels for sure. I don't really need to though. If I was going to, let's say Gilly, then maybe I'd want more solar. I'm gonna start tipping over here, but I'm not gonna go too crazy with it. Because we do eventually want to go sideways really fast. It's just that we have to go up really fast first. Now the center stage can get hit with some flames. That's what happened last time, so we didn't get the most we could out of the center stage. It's about now that we blew up the center stage accidentally. We're just gonna let the center stage carry us. Oh, hold on. No! Ah, we did it again. Alright, whatever. We're gonna coast. Oh my, gotta be flipping over like that, man. Our apoapsis isn't dropping too dramatically, so I'm not too concerned. Alright. Let's go to Dres, man. I like Dres. I want to get up out of the atmosphere completely. And then these rockets will get us to like 1,700 meters per second. Just shy of orbit. Now you may notice the rocket gets a little bit crooked. That's a result of time warp. And sometimes time warp fixes it. Sometimes it makes it worse. So, that is just something that's gonna exist. It seems like smaller parts have more of an issue than larger parts on that. And yeah, it makes the rocket a little wobbly when you do your thrust, because your center of mass changes. Alright. Less of a problem now that's a small rocket. I'm trying to time warp and get this thing lined up better. I think it's lined up alright. Alright, let's burn and get this thing orbital. So Dres has an inclination that we might have to deal with once we get out there. Not an issue yet. First, we'll just focus on getting orbital. And our apoapsis is going crazy, man. Let's go up to that apoapsis to continue the burn. Just more efficient that way. And I'm all about efficiency. Now, engines do generate power, which is good. But now that we are never going to be in atmosphere until we return, grab these solar panels. And this is a fairing, which allows me to access stuff inside easily as well, which is nice. Alright, yeah, those solar panels will never retract again. Okay, so Dres. We're going to want to burn approximately here. I'm going to guess, yeah, that much meters per second to get us out to Dres. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, a bit more. I want to make sure that I'm burning to go exactly alongside Kerbin's orbit. It's the most efficient. And apparently we'll be passing by the Mun. Hopefully that doesn't affect things too much. Okay. Oh, we overshot just a little bit. So because of Dres's inclination, because it's a little bit cattywampus, we have to do a couple burns to get this right here. I'm not sure if it's possible to even do this in one burn, no matter how I burned it. That said, 1500 meters per second, almost on the dot. Now you're probably wondering, Joe Man, why didn't you use landing legs? I've tried, and landing legs are garbage. They can't hold my rocket off the ground. And I'm not even using little ones. I'm using appropriately sized landing legs. Like, let's say a 4-ton rocket has 4 level 2 landing legs, whatever those are called. That's 1 ton per landing leg. That's not a lot. So I've just had a lot of trouble. And I have found that just some fuel tanks on the sides works better. Is that the Mun? Bro, that looks so cool. Okay. We are coming up on our burn here. I like to quick save before my burns, just in case things go weird. Ready, set, burn. Alright. When I time warp, it locks in the direction I'm burning, which is helpful, especially if my rocket's gonna go cattywampus. I almost said if my rocket goes cattywampus. I guess we would also want to avoid that. Alright. And I mostly trust the meter down there. But I always keep an eye on things. Alright, Dres, you are my target. But I have to get out of Kerbin's sphere of influence for that to matter. It's gonna say I have research to do here. I don't. Now, you also might be wondering, Joe Man, can you get out? Yes, you can. This fairing doesn't count as obstructing my Kerbal. So Valentina can hop out, do whatever Valentina needs to do, jump off of solar panels or whatever. Grab an observation from way up here. It takes 10 seconds. And I just gotta line myself up with this seat here, and I can get back in. Same thing is gonna happen on Dres. I can get out, I can use my jetpack, and oh, let's try that again. Board. Yeah. It works fantastic. I haven't tried it on any planets with that are too heavy to jetpack on, but it'd probably work if you can make a ladder work. But the whole idea of this is super duper lightweight, so we're not bothering with ladders. Alright, so once we get to this descending node out here, we are going to burn to line ourselves up. I don't know how much that's going to take. Maybe 500 meters per second? Maybe as much as 1,000? Hope not that much. I could have waited longer to get a better intercept. We're going to be catching Dres on a pretty high part of the inclination, but that's okay. Alright, yeah. Now, those don't seem to line up so much, but maybe we can fix that once we line them up. You know what I mean. And I could burn outward to make things line up better. Oh, accidentally grabbed that. Yeah, 2A and 2B there. Are going to be our second chance at hitting Dres. Okay, so we are lined up now. We did overcook it a little bit. I'm actually going to create a maneuver plan just so I can do this a little bit better. So I could burn outward like this. Yeah, that's a great plan. Only an extra 30-something meters per second. Gets us lined up with Dres. Now, I'm not going to actually wait until the node that I'm creating here. I'm going to burn immediately. Just concentrating really hard. I got to be pretty precise on what I'm doing. Get that periapsis there, 30 kilometers. I could go higher. 80, yeah. I do that for time warp purposes. I can time warp better when I'm farther out. Alright, so I am lined up the way I should be. Now, I should start the burn in 3 days, but if I do it now, I should be fine as well. 30 meters per second, so about, you know, just under 2,000. Get me where I want to be. Okay. Now we've got to be really precise here. Let's see this engine right here. Make that a real precise engine. And this should be hopefully the final burn. You can go away. I can also adjust it once I enter Dres's sphere of influence. Excellent. Well, maybe we can do just a little burn here. Just a few little precise things, you know? I promise we are almost done with this boring burning. I promise. Excellent. And that's exactly how I want it to be. For those just joining, I've made a very efficient rocket. This upper stage here that lands back on Kerbin is 0.31 tons with the Kerbal. It's great. Let's go to Dres. So I've noticed that the time warp doesn't slow you down when you enter a sphere of influence. So you gotta be a little bit careful. Otherwise you'll just zip right past the planet. Little bit of a problem. Oh. Yep. I always like to stop at the furthest point out. So the Eye of Dres is our target. It's a place that I like to go. It's great. I think the Eye of Dres is on the dark side. I think this is it right here, but like almost not even visible. Alright. Research location. If we get 0 research, then I'll know I've actually been to Dres before. Apparently my memory's bad. Oh! Whew. That was a close one. 2,000 meters per second? Oh man. Gotta do a big burn right here. How close are we? Fairy apps is 2 minutes. Yeah, we'll start burning now. While we're burning, can we also transfer fuel? Let's see. So I want to go out from those 4. Cool. Now, I don't like space garbage. I would let those go, but then I'd have space garbage. So, we're gonna have to do this burn here until we're captured by Dres. Yeah, there's like this belt of mountains that go around the equator. Alright, almost captured. Perfect. Now, I don't want to keep these fuel tanks on me any longer than I need to. So I'm going to go way up here. Way up to the apoapsis. And we are going to do a retrograde burn so that these will crash into the surface. We're only going 14 meters per second up here. What do you plan on achieving once you have reached the planet, Joe Man? Science, obviously. Also, I want to prove the concept. I could have done it anywhere, but Dres doesn't give enough love. I want to give Dres some love. Alright, let me make sure. Yeah, I've gotten fuel out of those, so now, what's the best way to do this? Bye. Now, we need to flip around here. Hopefully that didn't give them enough motion to, I don't know, mess stuff up. Are ion engines a thing in KSP? They are. They got nerfed a lot from KSP1 to KSP2, though. They used to be way better. Now they take more electricity and seem to do less. That's okay, though. Right, so we're going to go down to Periapsis. There's all my junk. Hopefully it's all going to crash into the surface of Dres, because I don't like space junk. Can you colonize with potatoes? There's no potatoes in this game, unfortunately. And Colonies update hasn't come yet. Maybe Colonies update will have potatoes. That'd be awesome. Alright, we're going to do a burn here to get a little bit more rounded out on our orbit. That was easy. Round out a little bit more. Alright. So, I misjudged my delta V a little bit in that, let's do some little testing here before I commit to landing. So if I wanted to return to Kerbin, I want to make sure I have enough delta V for that trip. Come on, go faster. So that is about 1,500, we'll say 1,600 meters per second of delta V from orbit. That leaves us with a margin of about 800. I think I can land with that much. We're gonna be cutting this close. Oh man. Alright, let's... the planet's not gonna rotate all that much. I think we're gonna land here. I think we've actually already been to the Eye of Dres. Yeah. This is the fastest we can go anyway. So we're gonna try and land about here. Right on top of the ridge of mountains. Oh, that's a cool line. So we know at this point we could return to Kerbin. But we need to make sure that we can still return to Kerbin after we take a little trip down to Dres. I know it's going to take some fuel getting down, but I think it'll work out. Alright, the rocket straightened out with that little bump right there. Low lands. Still no science. Yeah, we've been to Dres for sure. But we're proving the concept. Alright, this bottom stage is now insufficient to slow us down. Or, yeah. That's okay, because we're going to use all of the bottom stage. Oh, I guess we're not going to get very much science from down here, huh? That's okay. We're just proving concept. I'm gonna land on a hill if I'm not careful. Alright, bye. Oh, I could have landed on that hill. Oh well. Again, we're trying to prove the concept at the moment. And Dres is a good place. And I'm coming in too hot. No! Splat. To be fair, Valentina did survive. Let's try that again. Yeah, so I can't really tell where the hills are from up here, but let's just try and land on one. The higher up I am, the more fuel I'll save, right? Alright, well, I'm gonna land next to the hill, apparently. Equatorial Ridge. I swear that's a new place. I really feel like that should have been a new one. Alright, well this time, I'm gonna try really hard not to slam on the surface of Dres. Oh, Lego. I have noticed that problem with decouplers. They don't always decouple. Now this thing should stay upright even if I land on a not flat surface, because it has a reaction wheel and a little computer. That should be enough. Would have been cooler if I landed up there. Hey, it's rolling down the hill. Look at that. Oh. Hey, it's rolling down the hill. Look at that. Yeah, we're coming in a lot less hot this time, which is a good thing. Interesting steps on this hill. All right, we've landed. Now, get upright here. Got some actual science. This is a new place. Now we gotta get out. And watch, Valentina's gonna go flying a little bit. Whee! Not as much as I expected, actually, but that's okay. Get some science here. Get some samples. Very good. Look at that. So much science. Mostly that sample, but so much science. Hold on. There's a line. I don't know if... Pretty sure you can see that on stream. Is there a halo ring here? Oh, what's happened? Alright, well, since the only science mechanism we have is Valentina, I am going to take a little trip down here and see if we can get some science in the lowlands. Mongolian steppe looks lit this time of year. Mongolian steppe, huh? Sure. You know, the planet Mongolia. You know, I wonder, like, a day will come when, well, maybe, a day might come when humanity is on different planets and they have to name the planet, right? It'll probably be named long before humans step foot there. In fact, we've named a lot of planets. It's usually uninteresting names, though, like 1, 2, 3, 4, J2. I hope I'm not coming in too fast here. Okay, we're fine. Some science from the lowlands. But what I wonder is, humans get there, will they change the name once, you know, it means more to them because they're living there? Oh, so much more science. Oh, and I gotta do my, my observation as well. Sleazy McGuire, welcome to the stream. We're on Dres in a very efficient rocket that I made. And we're about to go back, actually. There are some drawbacks with this type of rocket I've made. For example, when I get in the rocket, I do not refill on monopropellant. I don't refill on jetpack fuel. So, maybe that might be an issue later. I don't know. But it has a heat shield, so... And I think we have enough Delta V to get back to Kerbin. We're gonna find out. Alright. I don't want to overshoot this. We're going pretty fast. Valentina seems to have pretty strong legs, though, so, you know, if we hit the ground kind of hard, it'll probably be fine. We already know she can handle like 60 meters per second hitting the ground. Probably has something to do with the gravity of the planet she's on, too. More gravity is going to hit harder. A lot of Greek and Latin names are used for space objects. That's true. Science in general likes Greek and Latin, though. Alright. So, we already proved in space we can get back in this thing. It's a little trickier on a planet, but totally doable. There we go. All right, we have 1,700 meters per second. We saw earlier we need about 1,500 to return to Kerbin. Now, I would like to have a better transfer window where I don't have to worry about this inclination. So, we're going to sit here for a while. Actually, let me focus on Kerbin here. You can be my target too. Okay. That just keeps things... Oh dear. Hold on. Things disappeared. Fine, we'll look at Kerbal. There we go. That just makes it easier to know where I'm going to want to hop off this bus. Also, we want Kerbin to be about a quarter behind us. Approximately. Going from an outer planet to an inner planet is a little more forgiving than the reverse. So, okay. That looks good. Valentina, are you ready? I haven't quick saved in a little while because I want to make sure I have enough fuel to accomplish this. Thanks for the dope rocket. Yeah. Really efficient thing. I mean, this upper stage here, the part that lands back on Kerbin, only 0.32, no, 0.32 tons. Okay. Now we're not going to spend too much time worrying about going up. There's no atmosphere, so we're just going to worry about going sideways. We only need enough up just so we don't hit stuff. Like that mountain. So, now the other thing about this, we have to swing around Dres a little bit. Not too much, though. I think, yeah, we'll dodge the mountain. It'll be fine. I hope humanity will build a space elevator like an Ace Combat and totally not have a war start due to it. I mean, a space elevator would be really fragile if you think about it. Now, space elevator could exist. Its center of mass would have to be at, what do you call it? Its center of mass would have to be in geostationary orbit. That's where things are rotating at the same speed as the planet. That means the middle point, or at least the center of mass, has to be like way far out in space. You've got to have more extending past that to balance it out. But it could work. It'd be pretty crazy. You just simply can't have a structure that you can't have a structure that tall and heavy and big and whatever without, you know, something to hold it up. I don't think we have materials, not even graphene could hold that up, I don't think. But if it is balanced in geostationary orbit, or geosynchronous, whatever, I think it'll work out fine. Right, we're at periapsis. In fact, we just overshot a tiny bit. I don't know why the orbit's decaying. It's pretty weird. Alright, we are super close to the planet. Kind of weird that the orbit's decaying. Here, I'll go 2 times speed. It doesn't give us a lot of time to do this, but give us some time. Okay. I need to know how much burn to do and where. Probably right there. So that we can return to Kerbin. It's gonna be close. No fuel? Uh-oh. That's not good enough. I have an idea. We're gonna try it anyway. Man, we are just barely above that mountain right there. It's crazy. I think the line I'm seeing is the rings here, the rings of Dres. Purely visual, but one thing from the Kerbal Space Program 2 trailer that really caught my eye was, I think it was Valentina flying in a asteroid field or something. That sounds amazing. Wait, hold on. Can I? No, I have to have the game going to do this. If I burn later... Hold on, if I burn later, I think that's more efficient. I don't have time to be messing with these things. Alright, where's Kerbal's periapsis? 1373. Alright, the most efficient time to go is now. So let's go. Alright. Doing our ejection burn. Alright, so we're using the gravity of Dres to help us out here. Doing a little slingshot. I'm hoping it works. We're going to have wars over water. The war for the space elevator would be inevitable. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to access to space, right now it's rocketry, which people don't war over obtaining rockets because they're so easily moved and destroyed and everything. A space elevator would be a singular thing in a singular place, though. So I can kind of understand some warring over that. Well, I think we don't quite have enough Delta V. But I haven't given up yet. Valentina? Uh-oh. Oh good, we're still flying. For a moment, I thought the game glitched. And maybe it is still kind of glitched. Because she's kind of walking. It's a spacewalk. Okay, we are going to push. Also, I was wrong earlier. Apparently, we do regain our monopropellant when we get back in. Now, this thing is really lightweight, so hopefully this works out fine. Now, I need to know... It looks like we're getting dang close. Kerbin. I can't really see what altitude over the sun Kerbin is. But this is working. Push, Valentina. It's like a car. You got to get out and push sometimes. Because we ran out of gas. Oh man, the maneuvering on this is just going to be crazy. Imagine the U.S. building an arsenal bird. That sounds like some sort of flying, well-armed thing. Doesn't tell me too much, though. Alright, we are almost crossing over the orbit of Kerbin. This rocket is so efficient, it even utilizes Valentina's jetpack. That's how efficient this thing is. If I can get home with all this extra science, it'll be a big plus. That's why I'm doing this. Okay. Man, are we intersected yet? Not yet. Alright, well, I'm going to get back in. And then we'll have some more information to work with once we leave Dres's sphere of influence. So, with our metal tube, Let's leave Dres. Alright, can I see the rings? Yeah, there's the rings. Pretty cool. So we're going to leave Dres' Sphere of Influence. Bye, Dres. It was fun. Dres is totally worth going to. Lots of science you can get. Alright, so... Wow. That's not even close. I don't know why am I stuck in the molasses. Sometimes when I'm dragging the map around, it gets stuck. It's really slow. When did I put a probe down there? Huh. 1A, 1B. Yeah, we're not even close to hitting Kerbin. Alright, so now the fun part, where we're going to go around a few times. I could revert back and not have landed on Dres. But where's the fun in that? So, seems to go by quarters of orbits. So, a couple more orbits and we should have a close encounter. Flying wing drone supercarrier filled with many drones that have no purpose but to destroy. You know, there is a lot of stuff on carriers, like aircraft carriers in the ocean, that is meant for, you know, keeping humans happy and whatever. It kind of makes me wonder, you know, if you went with a robotic version of that, sure, you still need power, nuclear reactor or whatever, but, you know, you get rid of places for people to sleep and eat and everything. Could be very, very efficient. There'd be a huge technical challenge in making that work, but whatever. Alright, I want to stop just after 1A. Okay. Now, we need to bring down our orbit here, because next time it'll take us too long and we'll be ahead of Kerbin. Alright, Valentina. Ready to get out and push again? Here, I'll rotate this for you. Make it a little easier on the whole pushing. I like how she just pops out standing. Like, the seat doesn't know where to put me, and so it just puts me there. Okay. Now, I don't know how to do this in a precise manner. It doesn't matter how fast we come into Kerbin. We just need to hit Kerbin. Hold on, I've got to switch our vessel to see how close we are here. So 11,255. Now let's see if our push gets us closer or further. We might need to push the other way. $11,255 is what we were at. Okay. Now let's go look again. My vessel's too efficient. Okay, yeah, we need to go the other way. So, I'll have you flip around. Oh, you pushed Valentina. No. Alright, Valentina. We gotta push the other way. Proof of concept, though. We gotta get home with this, oh, that's the wrong thing. Gonna get home with this, like, 11,000, no, with this 10,000 science. So much science. I could revert back. I still have my last quick save. I have my last quick save before I deorbited on Dres. But I want the science. Good thing you decided not to cut corners on that heat shield. Yeah, well, I did still cut some corners, but I gave about 4 times more heat shield to it than normal. Normally, I'd only give it 0.05 tons of heat shield of ablative material. This time, though, I gave it 0.2. I was very generous. Alright. 9 and a bunch of 1s. You just gotta push to see. That is how fragile or how careful orbits have to be, because just this jetpack pushing on this vessel is enough to get closer and closer to Kerbin. Our motor propellant's getting somewhat low, but I can just hop back in to get more. In fact, I'll probably do that. Once I'm done pushing. Alright, let's hop back in. Interesting. It sees that battery as detached for some reason. Flight in progress. Yup. Alright, how are we doing here? 4.1, so we cut that in half. Alright, Valentina. Time to push some more. No, if I was smart, I could probably... Oh, I can't control the vessel without Valentina in it. If I was smart, I would have packed literally just a tiny bit more fuel. Or I probably could have just... Oh my gosh. Remember how the center stage got blown up on Ascent at the very beginning of the mission? I think that is the difference. If I would have not blown that up, this mission would have been a success. Smashing success. Oh man. The very beginning of the mission, I thought, oh, losing the center stage won't matter. It mattered just enough. Alright, how close is our encounter now? Oh, it's getting dang close. We're under 1,000,000 kilometers. I have no way to keep that information on screen while I'm pushing, so little back and forth. This rocket is so efficient that it requires an extra push from Valentina. However, on that note, it's also lightweight enough that this actually has a significant impact. Hold on. Did I overdo it? 268. I think I might have pushed too much. Hold on, if I push a little bit more. Oh yeah, now it's... I overdid it. Alright, Valentina. We gotta hop in and turn this thing around. We're into the real fine tuning now. Sorry if this is boring. There's just some very fine adjustments to be made. Would that centerline rocket be enough to get into orbit? Centerline rocket? I'm not sure what you mean. You're talking about just the center stage from way back then? It didn't have enough thrust to get us off the ground. So it needed some help from those side engines I had. Okay. Gotta do some fine tuning here. We need B to come back towards A. Okay. How are we doing? Getting closer. Man, beginning of the mission. If I wouldn't have blown up the center stage, we would have been fine. Okay, I overshot it again. Just a tiny bit. But that's enough that we can hop back in and go to a descending node or ascending node for the final adjustment. I'm not gonna quick save. Still just in case. So we are gonna go way up there. It's not like it's gonna crash into an orphanage. Well, I'm not China, so it's probably fine. All right. Oh. How good is our encounter? Not great, but it is an encounter. So we gotta make that work. How close are we to the ascending or descending node? Good. Now I think I want to point. No, actually, I can't make a node because I don't have fuel. On the contrary, my friends. So that curb in periapsis. So we need to go up. Hold on. Yeah, we'll be too low, so we need to go up and another direction. Man. This is how the game was meant to be played, for sure. Yeah, so this should be pointing up. We'll see how that affects it. The periapsis was 69,000. Nice. Alright, let's give like just a little push. Just that much push. What is Kerbin's periapsis now? 31,000. Okay, that cut it in half. In fact, let's do another push just like that. Now, Tina, where are you going? Wasn't even much of a push. I have done the whole get out and push method before, but it's usually like coming back from the mun or something, not something this precise. Whew. 33,000. Did I overdo it? Possibly. We just need to collide with Kerbin. That's all we're going for. Alright, I'll do a little more push. Okay. Not how I envisioned this mission going. 29,000. It is working. Apparently it thinks there's some debris. Alright, we'll keep at it. Maybe Valentina's the debris. Yeah, this thing is basically just a metal tube that I'm pushing back to Kerbin. I don't want to overdo it on the push. 21,000. Interesting. I feel like it's coming more towards the center than coming up. Uh-oh. We ran out of monopropellant. Hold on, there's a chance. If Valentina's boots can stick on the spacecraft, we might just have to, no, Valentina, grab! Oh, no! There's nothing we can do. There is nothing. Valentina's lost in space. Alright. Dang. I'll tell you what. We are going to revert to VAB. That is a mission failure. Proof of concept. Dres. Totally doable. So, instead of going to Tylo, I think I want to go somewhere I actually haven't gone to before. Using this whole lightweight thing. Let me save this first. So using this whole lightweight idea, we're gonna modify it. So what we have right here, 0.35 tons. I think the solar panels added just a tiny bit. We're going to go ion. Now we are going to need some more solar panels to make this work. Let's see. So that takes 10 electricity per second. 10 per second. And now if we're going to Gilly, that's where I want to go. If we're going to go to Gilly, we'll be closer to the sun. So we don't need as much. I think 2 of these solar panels will be sufficient. Now they are kind of bigger, but I think it'll be fine. Now let's work our magic here. I feel more confident about this. Now you might be wondering why Gilly? Because Gilly is the only place an ion engine can lift off from. Maybe Pole too, but that's way far out, so it's not really an option. But yeah, Gilly. Look, this 5,000 meters per second. This thing weighs 0.64 tons. It's awesome. Stick these solar panels in here. We can do a better job of hiding it. Alright. And don't worry, Valentina can still get in and out. Those solar panels are going to stick out just a tiny bit. It'll be fine. Now, similar to before, we do need to get this out there. But if we're only going to Gilly, then we can do this way easier. We're just going to put this on here. You might have an idea of what I'm going for already. That little thing's going to be our transfer stage. And maybe land on Gilly. Let's see. So if I stick that under there, I'm going to want a decoupler. Right. Get our stages in order here. Where's this coupling? There it is. So 5,500 meters per second with that top stage. That's enough to go anywhere, man. As long as we have sun to work with. Alright, you know what? I am gonna actually make this easier. And I'm just gonna get rid of the that one stage up there. Nope. Hold on. We forgot our thingy. Okay. So light those 4 down there. We'll make sure we don't explode it. Light those 4. Separate. Light. I feel like we could get rid of even more here. I am going so minimalist. I mean, we could sink these in here. But then I've got this whole fuel tank and all that. Whatever, we'll just launch it. This is way more than I need to go to Gilly. Man, that thrust-to-weight ratio. That is crazy. I don't have any missions that I'm doing. I don't know if any of the missions have anything to do with Gilly. Slow down here. Don't want to flip over. Yeah, the ion engines take a lot more electricity, and they're just generally nerfed from KSP1. Previously, yeah, you could lift off from Minmus with ion engines, but that's just not happening anymore. Alright, don't flip over and don't blow up the center stage. Alright. I want to get the full performance out of that center stage. Yeah, so similar thing. Ion engines should easily get me anywhere I want to go. Plus, those solar panels will slow me down in the atmosphere when I return. Alright, we'll keep burning, and then we're going to get out of the atmosphere, dump the center stage, and this will almost get us orbital. Close, but not quite. We already have science for this area. That's okay. Yeah, the upper portion of getting out of the atmosphere, it's always just a little bit of a waiting game. Alright. I don't want to collide with this in any way. You might think that things need to get broken. And they don't need to get broken. Excellent. Now we've got a lot of power in these engines here, so I want to burn close to the apoapsis. Ready, set, let's burn. The rocket's got a little crooked here. Bigger rockets seem to have more problems with going crooked. Alright, those stages are burned. Fine, I'll grab the zero science. And separate. And this will get us orbital and transfer us, and honestly, this might just do the whole mission. We'll see. I'm taking a rocket that I built for Dres, and now I'm going to use it on Gilly. Look at this. We're at orbit just shy of 10,000 meters per second. It's a lot. That's a lot of meters per second. 9,800. Yeah, nice. Let's get those solar panels out. Oops. Now, I want to go to Gilly. And we have so much Delta V. Oh, Eve's actually exactly in the right spot. That's funny. And we're in the right spot to do our burn. Yeah. Now we're in the right spot. Awesome. Let's go to Eve. Well, Gilly. So it may seem like I'm wanting to go out, but we'll actually just sort of keep going straight forward. Okay. Eve, you are now my target. We have so much Delta V. Let's see. We do have an encounter there. I mean, we have somewhat, not even somewhat close. Yeah, we might have to go around the sun a little bit. Oh yeah, Eve's right there. What the heck happened? I thought it was... Was I looking at this thing? I don't know what happened there. Alright, so we're just gonna wait until Eve's in the right spot. We could use this whole like tiny thing that has 5,000 meters per second to get onto Moho, except that Moho you can't leave with an ion engine. I have done ion engines to Moho in KSP1. You need a few of them, but it works. Alright, I am going to probably put myself on a trajectory towards slamming into Eve. And that will that'll be where my fuel tanks go. Perhaps. Yeah, Eve's got that inclination. Speed this up a little bit. Okay. Now let's see if I get this right. Do I need to burn retrograde or prograde? I'm thinking retro. I was wrong. That's alright. They have so much Delta V. Again, I took a vessel from a much further mission. Now I'm using it on a closer mission. It's almost like just design something that can go to Elu and use it for everything else. That's almost what I did. Alright. Even counter. If we can get into the same inclination as Gilly, that'd be awesome too. Oops. Alright, now it's not letting us get any closer. Well, we have enough Delta V. We'll just go in and figure it out. It is a lot of fun when you get to do missions like this where it's less consequential and you can just figure it out as you go. Okay. Now if I... Excuse me. If I burn inward... That's quite a bit to make that happen. 600, huh? What if instead I just burn retroactive way up here? 600 pretty much gets me the same deal, except I slow down. So let's burn retroactive, or retrograde. Apparently I've been around Eve too. Alright, let's put in some Delta V here. Bring down this periapsis. Not quite lined up with Gilly, but it won't be too hard to line that up. Gilly is our goal, not Eve, so I've no need to drop that any further. I don't even know what mission I'm supposed to be doing on Gilly. Maybe that'd be a good thing to know. I'm having fun, though. Hey, some science. So now that we are even closer to Kerbal, these solar panels are probably enough for our ion engines. And I do want to employ those on this mission. I don't want it to just be the stage below me getting me along here. How are we doing on fuel here? Well, obviously it's even. But I could do some moving stuff around. Once I get on a trajectory with Gilly, I will dump these tanks. And we're gonna get captured right here as well. Yeah, Gilly's way over there. That's okay. Alright, so we do have a bigger orbit than Gilly. Looks like we got a close encounter over there. Let's see if we can make it even closer. Oh, this mission should absolutely be a success. Alright, we need to turn this engine down because it's way too powerful. And where's Gilly? There it is. Wait. That's going down, but 1A and 1B are getting further apart. I think we messed up. Again, we have so much Delta V, I am not worried. This will be fine. Space travel does have some downtime. Oh my gosh, that's 2A and 1B. Whoops. Alright, well, we're going to work with 2A and 2B then. 2B or not 2B. That's exactly what 1B is. Not 2B. Okay. I feel silly. Well, we are going to swing around Eve. Hold on, I think I can change the engine. There we go. There we go. Yeah, without leaving map view. That's a nice feature. That's not something you can do in KSP1. Turn that down. Oh yeah, that is a nice feature. Alright, we want to aim for Gilly. I'm pretty sure I don't have the science thing it wants for that. That's okay, we'll land somewhere else on Gilly. Get that science later. This rocket's kind of weird. It's got the 4 and the 2. I guess that's a little weird. Alright, we want to slam right into Gilly. At the equator. We want to increase that. We want to move some fuel around. Let's see. Yeah, put you in there. And you take the fuel from everything. Excellent. I will be leaving this on Gilly. Whether I have enough fuel or not. That was a fun whip around Eve right there. Okay. Oh, I'm not close to Gilly. For a moment, I thought I was. Once I get close enough, once I'm in the sphere of influence, obviously I'm going to need to slow down. It does not give me a lot of time to do this either. Alright, do some research here, because we've never been to Gilly. I'm gonna dump these tanks. Hold on, get some more. Oh, that is all our power. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to land on the dark side, so let's fix that. I'm basically straight up and down, so things keep moving around a little bit. Awesome. So one thing about Gilly is that if you want a time warp, you have to be obnoxiously high above the surface. You know, 6 kilometers here. Gilly's only like 50 or 40 kilometers in diameter, but this is as fast as we can go here. I just want to wrap around over to the sunny side. I don't like landing in the dark. It's no good. Can't really do ion engines in the dark very well either. I have a little bit of battery power. Probably not enough to make that work, but we're gonna burn pretty much right at the periapsis. It'll be a quick burn. Just enough to get captured and directed towards down there. Cool. Gilly is the smallest place in Kerbal Space Program. You can practically go orbital on Gilly just from jumping. Man, this is the fastest we can go. Oh, that's unacceptable. Hold on. Hold on, are we gonna go faster here? I'm gonna make it go faster. That's one of the things about Gilly, is you can wait for gravity to pull you in, but it's gonna take a while. So sometimes you gotta do it yourself. Flipping around to make the controls easier. Alright, I want to go approximately that direction. Which of course is going to make me leave Gilly, right? Oh no, I'm still going to... It thinks I'm going to crash. Once I get past this point, it's probably going to say, oh, you're leaving Gilly. I just want this area. Yeah, see? You're on your way out of Gilly. Alright, yeah, I want to land about right down there. We're just basically going to stop and then burn down towards the surface. I have enough Delta V. This engine alone could get me back to Kerbin. But that's not what we're going for here. See how dramatic that was? Ooh. You ever played a game called Chicken? I'm gonna find out just how close I can get here and not explode. I could have gotten so much closer. Yeah, man, don't sneeze on Gilly. It'll send you into orbit. There's like almost no gravity here. It's just enough to be annoying sometimes. Okay. While that's working its way down, Valentina, get down on the surface and get a surface sample. Can I get a surface sample before my ship gets down here? That's how long it takes. There's my ship. Alright, got my observations. And let's get back in. Now, what area is this? This is highlands, right? Yeah. That means there's lowlands and midlands. It's a lot of biomes I could be getting science from. Run this science real quick. I don't think it wants to run the surface survey because Valentina already scooped up some surface. So that is probably irrelevant. I should check what mission that is real quick. There's a mission on Gilly. I probably don't have the science on board. What are you? Environment survey. Oh, I can do an environment survey. Cool. I like how this autofocuses on the last thing you flew. KSP2 does have some pretty good controls with, like, the last thing you flew, I guess. Alright, I want both areas to be in sunlight. Awesome. All right. We're gonna fly over there and land, and I'm already gonna be leaving the sphere of influence. I can't be waiting on things. Got places to be. Alright. Now, let's aim down towards the surface. Alright, we need to aim a little bit northward. Alright, let's aim towards the surface again. And uh-oh. Alright, we might have gotten a little carried away here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Woo! Remember the game of chicken I mentioned earlier? Ooh. That was close. That was fun, though. Now Now we gotta flip this over so I can control it accurately. Yeah, Gilly should be treated as an asteroid. Like, you just sort of bump around on it. Don't really expect its gravity to do anything for you. I do plan to return using my ion engine, so I'm not worried. Kerbal's jetpack can also return to Kerbin. Which is pretty neat. Am I close enough? Alright, so coming down to the surface of Gilly. Again, this thing's basically just an asteroid. It's not even a moon. How much fuel did that game of chicken cost you in return? Over 1,000 meters per second. But that's okay, because this is intended to be like the last of that stage. Cool. We're at the impact site. Grab some science here. Completed that mission. Alright, Valentina, you get out and do stuff. Falling is so slow, it just doesn't even matter to her. Alright, Valentina, you do your stuff. That was a fun game of chicken. That was very stressful. Alright. Now let's get back in our spacecraft and go home. I'm going to quick save because I am irresponsible. Now Kerbin is close enough to the right spot. Am I doing math for the day? Oh, you have no idea. Now the question is, do I want to just leave this standing here? Probably roll down the hill. Is there a flat spot I could find for it? It'd be cool if I could just leave this on the surface. Kind of like Apollo. They left some stuff on the surface of the moon. I guess if it falls over, it's not really a problem, but I just want to get up on a flat spot to leave my junk behind, I guess. Yeah, the reaction wheel for all this is just up in here, by the way. But this thing is so lightweight at this point, doesn't even matter. Hey, this looks kind of flat, and that's a cool spot right there. What is that? Oh, are we finding stuff? Or is this just a discolored spot? Looks kind of cool. Looks a little different from the rest of the area. I know KSP2 does have discoverable stuff in it. Well, this looks like a good place to put my junk. Yeah, I don't think this is actually a special area, but it looks cool. I'm going so slow I can't use these controls. You have to be going at least 1 meter per second to use them. Come on. Alright. Yeah, it's not special, so. Can you slingshot it at destructive speeds? I could. I could break it. I think I want to leave it here, though. Alright. Let's see how much this decoupler alone pushes us. Not that much. Yeah. See, ion engines, though. They push us. And let's see if I can rotate this to get optimal sunlight capture. Yeah, ion engines are slow, for sure. But, Thomas, you gotta go? Have a good one, Thomas. Ion engines are slow, but dang, they're efficient. 5,400 meters per second. And this thing, it's still like half a ton. Amazing. And I'm already leaving Gilly, just like that. It thinks I'm going to crash, though, so it's not counting it yet. I'm fine, though. This has been fun. Left a little bit of junk behind. Good times, good times. So, we'll just go home, I suppose. Once I can time warp faster. Like I said, Gilly has kind of a ridiculously large area for time warp. My apoapsis is rising. That's weird. It's like I'm accelerating, but I'm not. Solar sails aren't a thing, right? If they were, this would be pushing me backward, not forward. Just based on that angle there. Well, we don't have a line. It says we're landed. That's kind of weird. Maybe we can quick save and fix that. It still says we're landed. Maybe once I get out of Gilly's sphere of influence, maybe that'll help. The time warp should still unlock once I get high enough. I just don't know how high that is. Oh, my solar panels aren't facing the sun. Uh-oh. We might have some brokenness going on. If 10 kilometers doesn't allow me to time warp any faster, I'm going to be suspicious. Come on, we're going. Still can't time warp any faster? Huh. You can do science. Oh, hold on. It thinks I'm landed. No, now it thinks I'm in orbit. That is a known problem with KSP2. Sometimes it doesn't know if I'm landed or not. Thinks the craft is landed. Is that because I left the thing down there? I might have to destroy it. Alright, let's load this one. Back when I was still on the ground. Okay. Let's make sure that this thing gets destroyed. It already says low orbit, but I want to make sure. Alright, so that'll hit the hillside. Now I need to get on out of here and not hit the hillside. It should be fine. I think I should just barely dodge it. Solar panels? Oh. My solar panels aren't working. If I quick revert, which one will it go back to? This one. Man, if my solar panels are broken, then that's a problem. Yeah, these solar panels. Well, dang, that means I have to do something here. Why can't I have nice things? I can't have solar panels that rotate. I do want this thing to crash back down on Gilly. I suppose we can separate. Solar panels are going to be minimally useful if they can't rotate. KSP, why you gotta be broken? Well, at least it recognizes me as not landed anymore. I don't know how far I have to go to get faster time warp. We'll see if we get that. Man, tonight has just been close but not working. I was so hopeful too. Let's see. I get some. Get some sunlight here. Man, this kind of sucks. Well, that's gonna send us out of Gilly. Maybe. There we go. It's kind of weird. We might have something broken here. If so, then yeah, tonight's just failure. If so, I'll just teleport back to Kerbin. We know I would have gotten back. I haven't had solar panels refuse to rotate before. That's a weird one, for sure. If they introduce engineers in the game at some point, then maybe I'd be able to do something at that point. We are not there yet. I only have 4 times time warp. Okay. Well, to at least show you the concept, let's teleport back to Kerbin. Let's land Valentina here. Oh, what's going on? Well, here's fine. Okay. That was weird. Oh, man. Solar panels are still not rotating. So, that's a thing. I'm going to actually turn off the, that. Turn off the little computer for a bit. Let's see. Because of the whole sun situation, I'll have to do my burn over here. And that is where I'll get sunlight. Now we can't do all that much of a burn. We can do 2/3 of a burn. It's slow, but it's enough. We do need to land in water. I'm not sure if this is going to slow us down enough to make that happen. Oops. Alright, so we have entered atmosphere. We'll be in the atmosphere for a while. There's a good chance we'll land in water. Yeah, we'll see. Man, could have gone better, for sure. But I do feel confident that landing should at least go reasonably well. I'm so confident I'm doing a quick save here. I shouldn't do that. Soon we'll rotate enough that we don't get sunlight. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, we can do that. We are slowly falling in the atmosphere. These solar panels slow us down a bit. You can see our speed slowing down there. Haven't had any heat issues yet. And here's the thing. This is so lightweight that... awesome, we're going to land in water. This is so lightweight that it'll slow down pretty quick. You see my speed dropping so quick? I might not even break this ion engine. That's how much it's slowing me down. Because it's so lightweight. Oh, it's going to be close. Will it break? No, we're keeping the ion engine. Probably. We still have the impact with the water. That could break it. But yeah. This thing is so robust that it can even come from orbit and not break stuff. If it was interplanetary, then maybe I would break stuff. Alright, we do want to slow down more if we can. These solar panels slow us down somewhat, but, you know, we can only do so much. Well, darn. Yeah, we can do better than that. It's close for sure. I could have Valentina hop out, but I'd prefer to preserve the spacecraft. The spacecraft is all about cutting margins close, though. Yeah, that's for sure. Whee! Spacecraft's having a hard time compensating. I wonder if the ion engine will actually break this time. It's getting hot, and we're going pretty fast. I think it's going to break this time, which will reduce our mass. So maybe that'll help us land. Can I flip around? Huh. I slow down a lot better this direction. Oh yeah, getting rid of that ion engine helped a lot with the mass situation. And then if I face north, or just face sideways, that helps slow me down a bit. Alright, hitting the water at a much lower speed. We did lose our solar panels. And this thing doesn't float, by the way. So we're just dropping down further in the water. That said, Valentina survived. We will recover. Awesome. Let's go spend our hard-earned science. Do I want long-range generation? Yes, I do. Cool. And let's go look at missions here. We did complete a mission. Awesome. This is a really easy mission. It's just go to Gilly and do a survey. I could have done that without taking all my science instruments along, too. 3,000. Oh man, this is an Elu one. We're not gonna be doing anything else tonight, but plant a flag on the Eye of Dres. I think I unlocked this one after planting a flag on the Eye of Dres, but since I had already planted it, yeah. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Not how I wish it would have gone, but we did make some progress. So, that was Kerbal Space Program 2. Definitely could have been better. But, with that said, thanks everyone for watching. I'm JoeMan543, do video game live streams on Fridays, do a podcast on Thursdays, and I have some videos I want to put out when I have time to make them. I'm a very busy individual. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.